Hey guys, Oki here. Newtype Challenge 3 is already upon us. I'll be sharing with you the undefeated first and second place deck lists that swept my tournaments to help you guys win yours as well. Spoiler alert, Aggro is still the meta. If you're a fellow Rush enjoyer, you're gonna love this video. Hi guys, I'm on my way to Newtype Challenge 3. I practiced really hard for this, so hopefully at least I'll get top 4. Let's go! See you guys there. I'm happy to announce that I managed to get second place in the tournament while a buddy from locals got first. Woohoo! Both of these decks did super well and I'll share each one of them with you guys. The first place deck was 1 year War Aggro. I decided not to do an interview with the winner since it was pretty standard, so there wasn't much you guys didn't know already. But let's still go through his deck list so you guys have an idea of his ratios. We have our standard assortments, 4 Zaku 2s, 4 GMs, and 4 of the starter deck Zakus. These are essential for dropping early game to pressure the opponent. We got 4 copies of Angsha and 4 copies of Guntank. They're for pinning down the first and such. 4 copies of Rickdome, 4 copies of Char Zaku, GD01, and 4 of the starter deck Zakus. 4 copies of Gundam and 4 Amuros, super essential. 4 Chars for high maneuver, 4 Corsicas, and 2 Show of Resolves. Here it is guys, classic 1 year war. His matchups were mostly against blockers, so he rushed them down before they could get set up. He actually played against 5 blue-white decks in a row, so it was more about finding the starter deck Zaku 2s in your opening hand to rush down their blockers and X bases. Using the pings to clear out the Frith and RX-78s to control the mid-game. Char Zaku is there to clear out the last few shields with high maneuver, extend your hand when destroyed, and even trade with high-cost link units given that it's 5 AP. I may be a bit biased, but I think my deck is a lot more interesting and have a higher ceiling if you know your matchups. It's super spicy, fun to play, and has a good win rate against most colors. Let's take a look. Hi guys, now we're going to move on to the deck list, but before that, let's look how pretty this is. Look at that, boing boing. Alright. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm sure all of you just want to know, what is my deck list? So let's get going. Today I played a super spicy red blue Aegis Aggro deck that was made popular from the Orlando regional finals. The key philosophy is that we have Amuro and Aegis, which both destroy equal cost units in mid-game to carry us to a fast victory. The most underrated card in the current meta is definitely the Aegis and main mode. He is essentially an additional Amuro as he can crash into blockers while still breaching and is super good for continuing the momentum. Against aggro, you can swing into active Zaku 2s that gain 2 AP. You take only 1 damage on your turn and prevent them from gaining value. They always like setting up their Rickdomes as well, so you can crash into them to prevent the breach. In addition, Sayla's gun cannon also came in clutch. If you hold on to her for Sayla's gun cannon also came in clutch. If you hold on to her for an opponent's Talgeese drops, you directly disrupt their momentum and swing the tempo into your favor. It's definitely the Boku! This card is so good because it helps you make so many surprising trades. It can help boost your 2/2 weenies to break an X base, allowing you to save other units to directly hit shields. In addition, using Boku on any 3 AP unit allows you to blow up a full RX-78 or AO Strike, definitely my MVP card of the day. This deck does really well into most matchups. Against green-white, you have many options to counter the early game blockers. Against Rick Diaz, you just need to swing a 2/2 run into it and ping it down with Guntank. The Boku can boost it up to a 4/2, which can make your opponent think hard about blocking with Lafrith. Blurple was also easy for me because your links are simply better. Barbatos' first form simply draws you a card to continue the momentum, but with Aegis and Gundam, we can make efficient trades while still breaching. My ideal opening hand would definitely be this. You would usually keep your hand if you have a 2/2 weenie plus a Boku or a Vesalius. This is to ensure that we have a quick way to burst their X base. In addition, if we have that plus an Amuro or an Afterlink, we are golden! It was actually an unforeseen incident. Blue-white was my hardest matchup today, and if they used unforeseen to disrupt my AP boosting plays, it usually sets back my momentum. If you're playing this deck, be sure to watch out for when the opponent has active resources. I think the deck is good as it is. It's super consistent against all matchups while being just a little bit weaker against blue-white. With SD07 coming out, I'm looking at Dynamis and Lock-On as possible replacement for Atherin. He's missing the breach, but I think he does something similar while being able to give the effect to other CB units. Let's see how meta he will be. For our little guys, we have 4 GMs, 4 Hyzaks, and also 3 Jins. These work really well in the early game when you want to lay out your minions. Just an Oki pro tip, when you do have the option of either playing the blue or the red units, it's good to play the blue units first so your opponent does not know your second color. Next, we have 4 gun tanks. They do well obviously with the ping on deploy. And next we have 3 Bukus, so the support 2 always comes in clutch when you're trying to get rid of their X base or when you're trying to get rid of their higher level units with greater HP. Next we have 3 Rozels. They really help out when your opponent has the first on the field as they trade really well into them. Next we have 2 copies of Sailor's light type gun cannon. They work really well when you're trying to get rid of those 2 HP tokens. It's great that it's effect on deploy. Next we have 4 copies of Inksha, obviously our favorite guy when it comes to pinging the enemy on deploy again, at a cost of only 2. Next we have 4 copies of Aegis. Obviously with the Breach 3 and the link with Atherin, you can use this to attack active enemy units, and it really comes in clutch when you're trying to clear the opponent's field. And obviously get rid of their shield at the same time. Next we have 4 copies of RX-78. Obviously the current meta loves this card when it comes to blue. We like to keep this alive for as long as possible with the Repair 2 and the link with Admiral. It's a great card when you want to basically boost up the stats for your lower level units to give them AP +1 when you're linked with Admiral. Next we have Versago. It has Breach 1 and it does 2 damage to any enemy units level 5 or lower when your enemy has 3 or less shields. It's great that this effect is on deploy, and it's very helpful, and it comes in clutch as well when you're trying to ping off enemy units. Obviously our favorite, it really comes in clutch when you're trying to play against blockers or actually any decks in general, as it allows you to rest enemies units that are 5 HP or less. We have 4 copies of Atherin. It pairs well with Aegis. On link, it can attack any active units that are level 5 or less. Our favorite base, Corsica. We love that it gives you a token or 2 on deploy, and that way it allows you to build up your field wide. And lastly, we have the Vesalius. Obviously, upon resting it, you can give any of your units the +1 AP. So it really helps your little minions to get rid of their X base, or when you're trying to trade in for an enemy unit or attack an enemy unit which has a higher HP, you can also give that to any of your other units to trade off for them. So yeah, this is the deck list. Hope you guys think that it's a bit spicy and fun, and yeah, that's how I got my winner's card. 4th and 2nd place winner's card. So yeah, this is a deck list. Hopefully it's a bit spicy and fun. It's definitely a really well established aggro deck. So I hope you guys give this a try and see how you feel about it. Obviously I'm in love with my Hamon card. It's so shiny and very pretty. Has all the pinks in the world, which makes it even better. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck list. Hope to see you guys in the next one, and hopefully I can win the Cube Leaf for you guys. See you guys next time. Bye bye!